New Balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most. For all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Lincoln Family Chiropractic, they believe everyone deserves to live a pain-free and active life. Whether it's neck pain, shoulder pain, or lower back pain, Lincoln Family Chiropractic specializes in customized care for every patient to promote faster healing, allowing you to get back to an optimal life. Lincoln Family Chiropractic's team specializes in treatments such as dry needling, cupping therapy, and traditional adjustments. Give Lincoln Family Chiropractic a call today, 402-484-5166. Visit them online at lincolnfamilychiro.com or in person, 1 block south of 70th and 8th Street in Lincoln.
When you or a loved one hears the words, "you have cancer," you want to make sure you're surrounded by a team you can trust, who will be a true partner in your cancer journey. At NHO, you'll be treated like family, and you'll feel that compassion every time you walk through our doors. After all, this is the fight of your life, and you'll need the best people to be on your side. We're Nebraska Hematology Oncology. On your side, by your side.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Koppel also has over 10,500 off list on new select models. So please stop on by and see what confident driving and confident buying is all about. We're right down 144th Street or online at koppelcars.com. All deals with the roof credit, 0% is standalone.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Chancellor Brewington, powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome in. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington? Got the host, as always, to my left, back in studio, 10 at 40 O Street at the corner here. You guys can always join in, 402-464-5685. Put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo, Channel 961. Chancellor Brewington, how's it going on a Tuesday night in the beautiful city of Lincoln, Nebraska?
It's going great. How is it going for you, Harrison?
Full recovery.
He's back.
We're back.
He's back.
Back and alive and well.
He's back.
In the flesh.
Back. Hey, that's good. That's good. I hope everyone listening is having a great evening, had a great day. If you're playing it back the next day, you're having a great morning or day as well. I just want to encourage people and just say, for the most part, I feel like there's a notion out there that, well, I'll say it like this. Some people feel sometimes like their past has to define them, and that what they did in their past, they will never recover from. And I'm just here to say that that's not the truth.
Yeah, or even the people who have had legitimate wrongdoings in their past.
Yeah, like even if
Unfair, yeah, but
even if something was done, it's like both ways too. Like you feel like you was wrong or you was in the wrong too. Like either way, I just know there's just hope, and there's a future that we can get so like invested with. That's what we was talking about last night to start to show off, and I just felt like I didn't hit all of it, but that think about this, Harrison. If I wake up in the morning, right, and I wake up, and my feet hit the ground, and the first thing I think about is my problems in my past, right? Because usually your problems are either worrying about a future event that hasn't come, and you're forming a story around it, and it's probably not true, right? It's the worst case scenario. Or you wake up and it's a problem about the past, and it's usually not a good one, right? It's probably, and you probably blow it out of proportion. You probably exaggerate it, right? But what happens when your feet hit the floor and you actually start the day defined by a vision of the future that's amazing? That's like something that you want. Like, I think that's the liberation of energy that as I kind of like read books and study, like all these great people have had that, have been driven by that vision, and that vision has led them, and that vision has sustained them through the hard times, the good times, the bad times, the great times. It's kept them not only humble, but it's kept them resilient when the naysayers did this and the doubters did this. So I think it's literally being defined by a vision of your future instead of being a victim of your past. And I'm not saying victim in a combative way, or in a negative way at all. I'm just saying that if we let our environment dictate our emotions, then we're a victim to the environment, right? But if we go ahead and say, no, like no matter what's happening in the external world, my internal world is going to be more realer to me, and it's actually going to produce effects on the outside world. So I would just say keep going if that's you. If that's you, and it's like, like nothing's changing, right? But just change, so you change some more. Like, no, like seriously, I think it's that simple. I love listening to this old school dude named Jim Rohn. Like, he's super old school. It's like from the 80s. I mean, I guess that's not that old school, but
you just hurt some feelings out there.
Yeah. I apologize, but if you know Jim Rohn, like, it's like he's awesome. He was a Tony Robbins mentor. He was mentored by a guy named Earl Schoaf, but awesome dude. It's super basic philosophy, like real black and white, A to B. Like, there's no like, I get into some weird stuff sometimes, so it's like super cut, black and white, right? And so his philosophy is that if you want things outside to change, you change first. It's not about the the government, the taxes, this and this. It's all about you. And as you change internally, your external world changes. So I usually like work out in the morning, listen to him, and then I'll put on my music. But it's just a good reminder. And I think I don't know if you can get enough reminders about this. I don't know if you can max out on the concept of in understanding like the be do have model, which is become the person so you can do the thing and have the things, instead of in this social media age, and this this day and age, it's usually like have the, like, how do I get the things, like possessions, this and this, and then how do I do the things, and then I'll be the person once I have the things. And that's the wrong model. That's the model that they're selling you, right? Because they know it doesn't work, right? But they know the real model, and the real model is you have to become the person. And I think it's a beautiful thing. It's a powerful thing.
Yeah, a lot of people think they need the setting, they need the tools, they need the things to become that person, and then they just end up in that purgatory forever because the situation was never right.
Yeah,
and then guess what? It's never right.
Yeah,
it's like the same thing of somebody. Shout out to Jeff and Nicole, I think, with like ferals, because they have to make this point all the time, but it's a total natural human thing. Like, people want to sign up for this gym, right? It's like, I need to get in a little bit of shape first before I sign up for something like that.
Wow.
That's why you're signing up, because you recognize you need to change.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's why you're doing it. It's like kind of the same thing with life. It's like, maybe I'll do this, but first I need to make sure I got X, Y, and Z. And it's like, you just need to start changing yourself right now. And those things will come along with it.
Yeah, it's like the best time to change was yesterday. The second best time is now.
Yeah, that's the plant the tree.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's like right now is the best day. Like, yeah, what's the there's some Alex Hermanzi. I don't know if you ever heard of him. Uh he's like he does like business marketing and strategy stuff. He's just a kind of a business mogul nowadays. But he said, he's just talking about like more so like material riches. But he was just saying like broke people start tomorrow. Like they always say,
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna start tomorrow. Like, yeah, I'm gonna start tomorrow. But like, and I'm not, I'm definitely not here to talk about like material riches and stuff like that. But it's the principle inside of it is that like the best time is now. And I think there's maybe I don't know, maybe in my perspective and in my world, there's definitely like I would say a shift in how people are seeing things, and I think social media has done a interesting job of doing that. But I think there's also like a mode of people are learning new ways to accomplish things, and to like it's the information age, and results are the loudest voice right now. Like no, like to say something, to say whatever, like those type of things don't really sell anymore. It's really like the results, like how like have you how do you do you have the outcome for the thing that you're talking about? And I think it's pretty awesome, and that I guess that's what me currently, because I always like to talk about like my journey, right? I mean, I would say in my journey the number one thing is being the example of everything I'm learning, everything I'm like even talking about, but just more so like learning. And when it's just you, like when it's just you, and like you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say like, man, did I grow today? Did I put my best foot forward? When I fail, like when I maybe thought the thought that I didn't want to think, or maybe when I reacted the way, did I get back up, and did I swing 10 times harder? Like I think those are the real conversations that I would say I'm entertaining more, and I'm actually I would say the unknown is becoming a little bit more comfortable. And I think it's interesting because after football, it's an interesting journey of, and we've talked about it, just like what the heck is life about? Like like people don't make your schedule for you anymore. Like what the heck? Like you have to go wake up at a certain time and you pick the time. Like that was never a real thing before. And it's honestly kind of sad to say that. Like when you know what I'm saying? Like it's just sad, but like literally like before this past year, for the last 5-6 years, it's like you wake up at this time.
Yeah, that's a program though.
Yeah,
that's what you're in.
Yeah,
you're part of the machine.
6 a.m. like, and then 2 weeks in December you get free time, and 1 week in summer. Like, but
you probably be acting full for those 2 weeks.
Well, to be honest, you're such in a program for me. I couldn't get outside of it. So
you're just waking up at the same time.
Waking up
anyways.
at 6 a.m. Waking up at this. Going to work out in the morning, making sure I got this, and so it's super interesting. But I think that I would love one day to help players go through that transition, because it's super hard. It's super monotonous. It's draining. You feel alone. You feel like there's so much pressure because you're first of all, you've been primed and you've been conditioned for results. You've been conditioned for results, and you've been conditioned to actually seek criticism. And so when you don't have someone else criticizing you,
you gotta be your biggest critic.
But it's almost becomes unhealthy, because now you're criticizing yourself, and it's not necessary, right?
Well, what's your personality? I think it depends on the personality. Like, are you a person that struggles with arrogance or confidence more?
Oh boy. I mean, wouldn't those be two on the kind of the same side of the coin?
Arrogance, you think you know it all and you're not afraid to give your opinion. Confidence is like, oh, I don't know. I might be wrong in this. I'm just going to not say anything.
Oh boy.
Arrogance, you're kicking the door down. Confidence is like you're knocking on it really lightly. Like, can I just please come in?
Right. Would I say do I believe in myself in almost a narcissistic way?
Yeah. To the point where like you'll, not intentionally, but
no, I would say the other end.
Okay.
The other end. If I was to lean towards one, I would say there's areas where like the belief needs to be ramped up a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I would say that, and that's an interesting question. What about you?
Definitely the same way.
Yeah.
Confidence. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
pretty soft spoken most of the time. This job certainly helped. Throw your
Yeah.
opinion out there enough. You're like, oh, we're in it now.
Yeah.
Being authentic is usually the best way to handle either of those.
Yeah, that is super interesting because I know for sure it's some of the most interesting people. I probably don't get along with the other side as much. Like the people who really are an outlier on that side.
Yeah.
Because I would say I'm, and like you said, soft spoken, but I would say now I've cultivated a different type of belief in myself that's rooted in like it's rooted on a really good foundation. It's not like, the affirmation stuff, like I'm a multi-trillionaire. Like that's not rooted on anything. Like you don't believe it and you don't feel it emotionally. You have so many conflicting beliefs with that. Those type of things, just X that out every time you say that, right? But I would say now I have like a real foundation of, okay, like who am I? Okay, I kind of understand that. I think as much as I can for right now, and then where am I going? The vision that we were talking about earlier, like I have an idea of that. Okay, and then how I can relate to people, how I can help people, what do I think my purpose is, all these different things. So I would say that's more my foundation instead of before it was, well, I can run pretty fast here and I can catch a ball and I work out all day, and that was my foundation instead of just my foundation being on who I am. And I think that's super interesting. Those conflict right there. But yeah, I think sports is amazing. I think it's a tool for skill development. I think it brings some amazing things out.
That definitely gives you character.
And
you're going to have to do hard things anytime you do something hard, and you have to do it every day when you don't want to do it. That's going to build character.
Yeah, and I also think there's a space to take everything that you learn from sports and to apply it to the thing that you're meant to do here. Because I think it's beyond football. Do you think someone was put on earth to play a sport? Because there's a finite time, right?
I'll be honest, like I don't think that's ever. But I think like what the results of them playing football,
right?
Like,
so there's a bigger picture.
The fruit. The fruit is what's coming off football.
Awesome. So there's an effect produced from the So I think that as well, and I think there's a need for, and maybe this is just from my perspective because I've gone through it, but I think there's definitely a need for just more development in the identity space from athletes, because I think people lose their mind after. Like it's a real thing. Like people,
especially in football with CTE and stuff.
Yeah,
as well.
you have that. Tough. You have that fighting against you, and and you're in a contact sport where you've been primed for physicality.
Yeah, and a bunch of new faces keep telling you how great you are, and just waiting to hang out. And then the next time you're around, and then throw me some bands.
Yeah, then all of a sudden you're not getting the DMs, you're not getting the phone calls, the FaceTimes, and you're like, wait, am I a failure? Like, am I this? Am I this? And that's real stuff. And I don't know if I know personally some people have succeeded. I mean, Pro Bowl, like done the pinnacle of pinnacles personally. Mm-hmm. And they are still stuck in that day and age. This is 30 years ago. They're still there.
Well, some people are just killing it still in the football game, if that's what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Are you just talking about character wise?
No, but they're still there. Like they haven't gone. They're still like, have you seen, there's a video online of Brett Favre and there's this D lineman from back in the day. And the D lineman is like, you stole my sack.
Yeah. And that's to me is crazy.
I know real people like that who are still like, they have no identity outside of that. And I think that's an issue. Yeah. I think you can, with a little bit of intelligence, you can say, I don't know if that's a healthy lifestyle choice.
I know some people still pound on their chest about C2 football.
Really?
Which is crazy.
High school.
I'm 25. Yeah. I love my Trojans, but
come on now.
I ain't barking them.
Yeah,
unless it's like my buddies that I actually know and like we're just messing around. But yeah, it's crazy. It's never good to hold on to because there's always that next chapter. Was that how long did it actually take you? Because I know it wasn't easy, but how long did it take you to like, was there like an extended down period, or was it pretty quick for you to realize I need to switch some things around?
Well, I would say I have like I don't want to say obsessive, but in a sense obsessive, like personality in a way where
you picked up books and you just haven't stopped.
Yeah. Well, it's been consistent throughout my life. Like I saw a documentary on plant-based foods one time in college.
Yeah.
And I just went vegan for 2 years. Like the night after, I was just like, yeah, I'm just not going to eat meat. Like I just have been able to make like super quick decisions. Like I played basketball my whole life. Then all of a sudden I just called my basketball coach one day and said, yeah, I'm done. Like, and I quit football, quit baseball, and just like was all in on football, like fully immersed with it. And I've never really been able to like be immersed in two ideas. Like I just have I would say immersive personality. So when football, like when I felt as if I have many beliefs about my football journey, but when it was really over with, I would say it was more so my acknowledgement on I've seen people in my past who the gap of retired from sports and getting a job or finding purpose has extended from months to years to 2 years to 3 years to 4 years to 10 years to 20 years. Like I've seen that, and I saw it as a kid. Like I was super consciously aware and saw it as a kid, and I was like, man, I never want to go through this period, because I saw the pain, I saw the depression, I saw these things, right? And I saw like I just knew for something in me, like when I was a kid, I just knew that like people were worth more. Like I love sports, but I just knew I was worth more than that. And I knew that, people's callings were more than that. And so after that, I just, I was reading a little bit and whatever, but I think I just made a committed decision, not only a decision, but a committed decision to say, I'm going to find out why I'm here, who I am, where I'm going, my gifts, my talents, my skills, how I can help the world, how I can contribute, how I can change the world. And like really get involved with some things. And so that I would say that's really what it was. But it was really tough. I would say for the first, I'd probably say until November from last year. So it's pretty fresh. It's probably like 4 months ago. To where like there was like a real, I would say, personality shift to where like that was really like that was like a past life, like to where even the memories of playing football are super fuzzy and super hazy in my mind, to where like I don't even really remember Memorial. Like it's funny, like I don't even have like my football stuff out in my crib. Like it's all like tucked away, because I don't even really, it's not like a regret thing, but it's just like I don't really align with that anymore.
You're on the second chapter now.
Yeah, it's over with. And I bless him. Like I blessed all the things. Like I'm super grateful for my time and stuff.
Oh, of course, you got an education, all that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't have no education here, but
that's right. You finished up at your previous.
Yeah, I don't know if I did any schoolwork while I was here, to be honest. But no, I really am thankful that I, got the experiences, and it's, man, when I tell you it's prepared me, like divinely prepared me for where I'm going. Like it's pretty amazing. But yeah, pretty cool stuff.
Absolutely. Anything else to add here? We can throw it the break a couple minutes earlier since wrap up on wisdom.
Yeah, we definitely got to talk about some trades in the football world. LeBron got hurt
right before the most brutal stretch in the NBA season.
Oh my goodness. And he was hot too.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith.
The Stephen A. Smith.
Did you see that?
Maybe that was the effect from that, man. His
heart got injured.
Yeah.
Broke his heart.
Yeah, something like that.
People are calling out Bronny.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, man. That was interesting, man.
I didn't think anything Stephen A. Smith said was wrong. Like he says like multiple times, he's like, I'm not saying anything about LeBron being a bad father. Bronny just needs to be in the G League was his point. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I think I would say the human side of it is he just got done with a whole basketball game, and he was killing it. Like, adrenaline was probably crazy high. And I don't know if you like, like after football games, like you just do weird stuff. Like I'm talking like the first 5 minutes after, like, you're dapping it up with your boys, like you're yelling and screaming, like, and then you look back and like, why did I do that?
Yeah, I was
like, that is
a little bit too hard. We did win like 7-3.
Yeah, like I had like 20 yards today. Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Maybe it was a little bit of that, but to do that in public, I don't know about that one, man. I think
it feels like a phone call.
Yeah, phone call. I think honestly, he had he's just immune to a lot of things.
He just knows MJ
Like-
is slipping away. He's going to be the GOAT. He's like, I'm never going to catch it.
There you go. There he goes with it.
So he's going to use Bronny to. I actually got no idea. We'll have to talk about it a little bit in the second segment. Don't
We'll
go
talk
anywhere. What's Brewing? Chancellor Brewington. You guys can always join in. Sorry, Haven text line via the streams. Talk to you on the other side.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Buffalo Wings and Rings today on 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
St. Patrick's Day is on a Monday this year, but St. Patrick's Eve is on a Sunday, and you won't want to miss that party at Matson's Bowling and Billiards. Families are welcome to join in on the Olympics and win great prizes, or just come down to have one of Sarah's favorites, corned beef and cabbage, or one of Brady's favorites, bangers and mash. Plus, great music all afternoon from Crosby, Stills, Bangers and Mash. That's St. Patrick's Eve on Sunday, March 16th at Matson's Bowling and Billiards, just south of 48th and Holdridge.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Back to What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in. Second segment. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington? The host is always to my left. You guys can join in. Sorry, him and text line or via the streams. You want to keep talking about Lakers, LeBron James, or what do you want to do here? Segment 2.
Did you keep up with the trades while you were taking a vacay yesterday?
Yeah, vacay. Super fun one. A great vacay.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. 10 stars.
Yeah, 5-star, Michelin 5-star.
You were talking NFL?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, which ones do you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, what was your favorite one? What was the intriguing one? What was your favorite
Geno
one?
Smith was intriguing for the Raiders.
Yeah.
That one to me. Because I always liked Geno Smith a lot when he's over there with Seattle. And Seattle's just completely gutted their team. Lockett, DK Metcalf, Geno Smith, all those guys heading out on top of some others. So I just like that for the Raiders. And they got Pete Carroll. And they got Chip Kelly at the OC. Raiders are cooking a little bit right now. They signed Max Crosby, like maybe a little bit of a ridiculous.
Who's their OC?
Kelly. For Ohio State. He was for Ohio State. Now he's with.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. So, I mean, they just won the championship.
Yeah.
And the offense at times flailed a little bit, but, you know, he's a great OC in my eyes. A lot of people didn't want to give Ryan Day any credit, thinking it was all Kelly with that offense. But, yeah, no, I don't know. Like, well, let me see what the Raiders are going to, like, what they're going to have to compete up against, because that's just the problem in their division. But
what about the Aaron Rodgers deal? Or potential to
I was going to say, did that go through?
Potential to the Giants.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy.
I mean, he's at a point where I'm like, if it lands up to that, I'm like, I'm just retire. Like, it's fine.
Yeah.
What do you think about Darius Slayton getting $36 million, but the Giants weren't able to give Saquon Barkley $38 million?
It's insane.
It's insane. Joe Schoen. Yeah. That's your man to point fingers at. Like, what do you think? Bengals a little bit interesting too. Nothing like trade related wise, but they're just in a sticky situation.
You said Bengals?
Yeah, I mean, they're just dragging their feet on all these extensions, and they're going to hit into a wall. You got to pay like guys like T. Higgins, who they franchise tag again. Like, it's just they're at a point where you're not doing anything to fix your horrible offensive line, and you got all these really expensive skill players that you're just dragging your feet on negotiating, and the market's going to reset, and you're going to end up having to pay much higher than if you just would have took the bullet right away.
I think your Bears had probably one of the best off seasons.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, like, I mean,
so it
beefing
was
up the
last
O-line.
year too.
What?
It was last year too. You might even say 3 years in a row off season champs.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Wins
last year
haven't
was nuts.
reflected.
You got what's his face, the D lineman from Atlanta, right?
Well, we got the center from Atlanta. Let me pull it up because we got a full.
I want to say you got a nose.
We got a defensive. We got a bunch of guys.
Jarrett.
Oh yeah, we did get the.
What's his name?
I want to say Everett, but it's not Everett.
It's like
Grady. Hold on. I'll find it.
Grady Jarrett. Is
it Grady Jarrett?
That sounds. I feel like we're mixed.
Yeah, Grady Jarrett.
Okay. Yeah.
I was right. It just sounded off.
He's a baller. I think. And then I know what's his face. The 49ers are gonna be an interesting team next year because they let go of everyone. They I mean, Devo's gone. Their safety, the Samoan safety, he's gone.
There's still some time left though too. So
Juszczyk's gone.
Moving some space around, but NFL free agency.
Cardinals with a good pickup. They picked up who is the defensive end? The defensive end from the Eagles, who went in and had like 2 sacks that game. I forget his name. Gosh.
We'll just pull up the tracker here. Who are you talking about? Which team?
Eagles. Eagles D end. He was like their stand-up edge rusher. Had like three sacks in the Super Bowl. Forget his Sweat.
Oh,
not Montez.
Yeah,
Sweat.
not Montez Sweat. For
Josh Sweat, I believe. Josh Sweat. They brought him in. I think Cardinals are interesting. I think they need to go out and get a receiver because Kyler Murray needs some help, and he's running the football well. James Conner is, he's doing all right. I think he's a decent back for them, but I think they need some receiver help. They have the tight end out of Colorado State. Gosh, my goodness, these names are not coming to me right now. Geez. Anyways, you got the dude that you're looking up right now.
I'm looking at the Eagles right now. I don't see that they picked up any defensive ends.
No, the Cardinals picked up the Eagles defensive end, Josh Sweat.
Let's see here. Yeah, they did get Josh Sweat. 4-year deal, $76 million.
Oh, you're saying if they replaced him?
I thought you were saying like the Eagles signed him to an extension.
Oh, no. Yeah. So, I mean, I think the Cardinals are an interesting team. Definitely.
Yeah, they let's see. They got Jacoby Brissett, just a free agent deal. Re-signing Zay Jones, I like that. Evan Brown, guard, re-signed him as well. They're basically just re-signing a bunch of guys, and then they do get Josh Sweat on a 4-year deal. And that's about really the only two noticeable guys right there.
Is Myles Garrett signed anywhere right now?
Yeah, didn't he just re-sign with
Did he re-sign with the Browns?
I think he did. Yeah, he did, because then the Browns just let me figure out who they all added. But I know it was like one of those where it's like, it seems like a good deal, and then you look at the quarterbacks they bring in, Kenny Pickett.
Okay.
So
it's
I don't know how much he cares. He's getting paid well. It's a 4-year extension that's $123 million guaranteed.
There you go.
So
good
he's fine. I don't think he really gives a damn too much how bad that offense stinks.
Yeah.
He's going to be doing all right money-wise.
Yeah. I think the Cardinals is a team. The only reason I'm focused on them because brother-in-law plays for them. But I'm like looking at them like it doesn't seem like they're spending money anywhere.
No, I mean, they just re-signed a bunch of guys. They didn't really spend a whole lot of money. The cap space is interesting. It was always notoriously Bengals, Bears didn't spend their money. Bears have spent like all their money lately.
Mm-hmm.
Cardinals, I don't know if that's ever been a team. Let me see what they actually have in space here.
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like the big contract guys. I think obviously Kyler Murray would sit number one. I think you have a O lineman Hernandez. He's probably up there a little bit, but I think he's probably on like his 3rd contract, so it's nothing too crazy. And then you got James Conner. Receiver wise, I mean, you get Zay Jones. You got I believe Moore from Purdue.
Yeah, Kyler Murray by far taking the most of it. With signing is the $3.5 million. Jonah Williams, Jalen Thompson, Justin Jones. It's not too bad. They got about $70 million in cap space, though.
Seems like they would have made a move right with something. I don't know. I think personally you need to surround Budda Baker with a little bit more. So he's a star. He's a stud. I think cornerback wise, honestly, I just think like, I don't know, linebacker wise, I don't even know what you do with the Cardinals, to be honest. I just think there's so much to fix. Like, but yeah. That one's tough.
I want to look at the Bengals. Cap space $41 million, but if we keep looking forward here, it's just going to be a tough road. Yeah, because they right now, like the problems is they got T. Higgins, right? Jamar Chase. T. Higgins is $26 million. Jamar Chase $21 million. Trey Hendrickson's making 18. They just got a lot of fat contracts, and these guys you're gonna have to re-up them here as well. And your offensive line is still terrible. So they're just kind of at a weird point where it's like there was a window where you maybe could have done it, but you just haven't really added anything to your offensive line over the years, and your quarterback keeps getting hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and you're a cheap team already. So I'm not, even though they have like an opportunity with one of the greatest quarterbacks, I don't trust the Bengals spending the money like they should.
That makes sense. I think the Bears had a good offseason. I think obviously the Raiders.
Who's gonna be give me the NFC North?
Who's in the North?
Bears, Vikings, Lions, Packers. I'm really curious about the Lions. Not even so much to talk about Bears, but the Lions are interesting. Like, do you think they're going to fall off or not? Because they lost some stats.
Who did Lions lose?
Ben Johnson, Bears head coach. In terms of players,
I'm talking about Lions.
Yeah, Detroit Lions. Ben Johnson was the offensive coordinator.
Oh, okay.
And that was a big deal for them.
And he's the Bears head coach.
Yeah, now he's the Bears head coach.
I don't know. I think Lions they've got to crack soon. Like, like it's gotta happen. Or
so they haven't done much. They re-signed Marcus Davenport for 1 year, $4.75 million. Derek Barnes signed for $25.5 million, another linebacker, and then quarterback DJ Reed signed in a free agent deal. Not sure how much.
I'll say this about Dan Campbell. I'm a fan of the way he coached, and I know players ride for him. I think there needs to be something figured out soon to where like they're winning in the postseason, and I don't know. I just don't know how well you can sustain 10, 11 win seasons and get bumped first round and second round. I just don't know how
They'll
long.
be fine.
Well, I mean, that's cool until
No, they're not.
until like, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs and, all these players, don't want to come back or this and that. But I think they'll figure out. It's an intriguing team. I think that's probably my front runner. So the Vikings are betting on JJ McCarthy?
Yeah.
And
Sam Darnold. See ya. He's
Jets, right? Or is he
the Jets? Justin Fields is over at the Jets, which is
not
interesting.
Sam Darnold is not Raiders. I'm about to say Raiders. Goodness.
I don't want to look it up because I know what it is.
Yeah, we can figure this out. So he's not Jets, not Cardinals, not Seahawks?
Yeah, Seahawks. Thank
Is
you.
it Seahawks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Geno Smith went over to the Raiders. He went to the Seahawks.
Yeah. And DK's gone. DK went Steelers, Russell and DK back together.
Yeah, but I don't know what the Steelers are going to be. I don't know if it's going to be really good or if it's going to be bad. We're also trying to figure out where, as you pointed out earlier, where the hell is Rodgers going to go?
Wait, where did Najee Harris go? Did he resign? I want to say he went to Browns.
I think he went to the Rams.
Oh my gosh. This is a big.
This this free agency has been a lot of money's been thrown around here.
It's been crazy. Did the Chiefs make any big moves?
I don't think anything's super noteworthy here.
Yeah. I heard Kelsey's coming back.
Yeah, the Chargers are expected to sign him 20 minutes ago. Yeah, they get
expected to sign who?
They do get him. Najee Harris.
Oh, okay. Chargers?
Yep.
Him with Herbert and is Eckler still there?
That's a good question as well. I don't.
Jeez. A 2 tandem with.
No, he's the Commanders. Remember?
Yeah, I knew that.
I did too. Free agency. This has been a very active free agency, though. And I'll tell you what, if you're playing in the guard position or like just on the offensive line, it was a good year for you.
Yeah.
Free agency's been kind to the line this year. Every team feels like that's the piece they're missing. And I think part of it too is like some teams are looking at what the Eagles did.
Yeah.
And they're looking at what the Baltimore Ravens are doing, and they're looking at what the Lions are doing. And they're like, man, maybe having a running game is really kind of coming back to being a vital part of having an offense that can sustain drives.
Yeah, I think
even though it's obvious.
Yeah, there's a common denominator with those teams, and it's
they can run the ball.
Yeah, run the ball with a good running back.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Najee's an interesting one. I don't think he hit his.
He's always been solid.
His potential with the Steelers. I think maybe he's under Harbaugh now, right?
Yeah.
I think that could probably help him out, and I think if I believe he's actually from the Bay. I almost want to say Najee Harris is from Oakland, or he's from, because I mean the Chargers of San Diego, right?
Martinez, California. That's how you say it. I don't know where that's at.
I believe that is. Let's look that up right now.
He's born in California. Yeah, you're right. That's Martinez. I don't know what that is though. Where that's at in California.
But I think maybe being back home, that would be cool for him.
No, it's great for the Chargers. I mean, with Jim Harbaugh, like if you're him, that's the exact team you'd want to play for.
Martinez can't. Yeah, I was right. It is in the Bay. It's in the Bay Area. It's like right outside of Richmond.
Okay, so it is in the Bay.
Yeah. You seen Coach Carter?
Of course I have.
Richmond? Yeah, like it's like right. Martinez is like right outside of there.
No way.
Yeah. I got some friends that grew up in Richmond, so every time when they told me Richmond, I thought the movie was from Richmond, Virginia. And so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
I'll be honest, I always kind of thought it was in Richmond, Virginia too.
Yeah, it's Richmond, California.
It's California?
Yeah, so it makes sense. Like, yeah, it just makes sense.
I'm gonna think it's in Richmond still, Virginia.
Yeah.
That seems like, I don't know. Now it's stuck in my head. That was way too much of a Virginia vibe in that movie.
The only reason I know that is the only reason I didn't want to accept either because my granddad had a house in Richmond, Virginia. So I was like, oh, this is Coach Carter. Then I found the news in college that it wasn't that. And like, I was like, damn, my whole childhood, it was a lie. But yeah.
Man, that's a great movie.
Great movie.
That's probably I think it might be my all-time sports movie.
Remember the Titans?
Coach Carter beats it still.
Oh, wow. Like Mike? The Express? Longest Yard? Gridiron Gang? Nothing. Okay.
Those are all really great movies.
Yeah,
I got no problems, but like Coach Carter is just so good.
Maybe I can get one. Have you seen Have you seen Road to Glory? That might be my favorite one of my favorite basketball movies.
I don't know if I've seen that, which is
Yeah,
kind of crazy.
it's like civil rights time. Like
Okay.
white coach recruits black players, has white players too. They form, they bring together and beat like Kentucky or something.
Usually the first team to like accept that typically turn around and won pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
tell you what.
Hey, there must have been some type of something there.
You ever hear about way back in the day, I'll do a quick search on it, but the hidden real national championship game in college basketball? I think it was Duke or North Carolina. And this is when they just didn't allow blacks to play in those games. And I believe it's Duke. And like the reports on it for people who have like kind of spoken out about it, like we used in the past, is like Duke got slapped around and they were like dominant in college hoops. And then they played this team in a closed gym. They didn't allow like fans or anybody in because they knew it was just going to get hostile.
This is like what, segregated times?
I'm trying to figure out what year it is because it's such a cool story. And if I can't find it really quick here, we'll just have to go to break so we can go ahead and figure it out. Yeah, so we'll throw it to break here because it's such a cool story. BP was the one who put me on it. He sent me, can't remember what he sent it to me on. Crazy story.
He always has all the like
historic sports moments.
Like,
I'm
he's got how do you know this?
Yeah, it's a super cool story. So we'll throw it to break here. We'll wrap up with that next. Don't go anywhere. What's brewing, Chancellor Brewington?
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot, and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Attention! For the entire month of February, Acres has John Deere packaged oil and filters for 15% off. John Deere engineers its oil filters specifically for large ag equipment and commercial and residential mowers. With premium materials, these filters meet the unique demands of your farm and acreage. Following a strict maintenance routine with premium John Deere oil and filters ensures your equipment will run efficiently for years. Visit your local Acres store to start shopping today.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Back to What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in. The final segment, What's Brewing, Chancellor Brewington. And wrapping things up here, looked it up, had to figure it out. 1944, we're talking about that secret game in college basketball. It was during the Jim Crow laws era. So again, it had to have a secret basketball game between the Duke University team and North Carolina College for Negroes, now North Carolina Central University. And according to some people, and again, it's hard to tell, don't take this as absolute truth and nothing but the truth, because it's such a small number of people that were actually able to be aware of what was happening. But the large consensus is that Duke got blown out.
Really?
By the school. 88-44 is kind of what most
88-44. Yeah. And Duke was what, a decent team at the time?
I think you'd probably actually look at Army and Navy.
Oh, okay.
44. Text line, help me out on that one.
Yeah.
I couldn't fully tell you.
Yeah, well, I was probably about 55 years before my time.
Yeah. So, but I imagine like back then, usually those military schools, I feel like they just had their stuff together. Funding was more figured out over there. Clearly, they're gonna have the money at that point in time.
That's so amazing. That's super amazing. On the topic of basketball now, where are you at with just entering the end of the season, postseason, the state of the NBA? Are you liking it? Obviously viewership has gone up a little bit in my perspective, just since All-Star break.
Yeah,
there's just been a lot of interesting things happening. But where are you at with everything?
Like in terms of excitement or
excitement, what team is your favorite? East, West?
I like watching the Bulls. Giddy's been fun. Favorite player to watch is definitely Jokic. So he'll be in the postseason though. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I just like watching Jokic. They don't show him enough though. They really should. He should get more nationally televised games. I'm not saying he has to be number one. I get the Lakers are going to be number one because there's more Lakers fans than anybody else. Like, okay, that's fine. I'm cool with that. You guys got to make money, but man, Jokic is so good. I feel like if you could throw him out there to more people's eyes, they'd be like, hold on a second.
Yeah, they don't market.
I got to keep watching this guy.
They don't market him nearly as much as they should.
No, the guy dropped a damn 33, 22, or no, excuse me, a 33, 21, and 22.
No, he didn't.
Yes. First player in NBA history to do something that outrageous.
30 points, 20
33
rebounds,
points, 21 rebounds, 22 assists.
Was it in overtime?
No.
This is in
let me double check for overtime. Maybe it was OT.
There's
but I think
no
it was
way.
Quarter.
But
Yeah.
even if it was double overtime, like that's insane. He's an amazing player. If he could team up with a real superstar, I don't know if the league would be able to stop that. And I'm talking like if him and Luka teamed up together, I don't know if the league could stop that. I don't care about a bench.
I've always said that, dude. Throw Luka and Jokic on the team together.
Yeah.
That is if the NBA was fixed, the real answer would be somehow get Jokic and Luka on the Lakers.
Put Jokic, Luka, and give them a Sabonis too.
Sabonis, I like that.
That would be nuts.
And then throw in. Well, Victor's French. They might not.
Yeah.
Are we going like pure? Where's Sabonis from? I know it's
well,
like
he's technically from out here, but his dad played in the NBA. He's a legend.
Yeah, he's one of the best passers. People say
he's like a Jokic, literally. He was Jokic. he was a smaller scale Jokic before Jokic, but I mean, he was the only reason I know that is probably the same reason you know it because from the Netflix.
Yeah.
I didn't know who his dad was before.
It was overtime though. Just to give you, versus the Suns overtime, and in that game he shot 60%.
God dog,
42% from three. The best part is he only shot 3 free throws in that game.
3?
Yeah,
good.
So it's not like he was just like getting points off the free throws.
He's nasty.
Yeah, and then of course, like I said, 21 points, 22 assists, 3 steals. Why not? And only 4 turnovers with 31 points.
Yeah, you gotta appreciate him. You also you gotta appreciate Steph. He had 50 the other night.
Dude, he's insane lately. He's been going off down the stretch, and it kind of makes me sad to see the Warriors in the state they're in.
Yeah,
like they'll be in the tournament. Yeah, for sure.
I think they were
out of the play-in right now. Last time I checked.
Okay, I believe I checked probably last week. They were 6 seeds, so they probably bumped down to 7.
No, I mean like they're out of it in terms of
out
they're
of okay,
above,
yeah.
They're above the play.
I was about to say, dang, they just plummeted. I think where are the Suns right now? They're struggling a little bit, right?
Oh, Suns are hot garbage. I say that garbage because they have been that bad. At the very beginning, I knew this was just I hated it.
They say Bradley Beal's the reason they're losing. I don't know. I don't understand how you lose with Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, and Kevin Durant. I don't know how that doesn't work.
They're 11.
How does that not work?
30 and
though?
35.
I don't understand how that doesn't work.
Because you can't just like, hey, we're all going to score 1 million points. The philosophy of like, we'll just outscore you sucks. That's what they tried to do to the Denver Nuggets.
The NBA is too good.
NBA is too good.
Yeah.
Their whole offense, like we're talking about that Jokic game. Yes, it was an unreal game from Jokic, but they allowed 149 points. Like, yes, you scored 141, but your defense is so bad you allowed 149.
Yeah.
Damn near gave up 150 points. I don't care if it's overtime. That's atrocious.
Your whole starting five could score 30 points.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
And like it's I get it. The name of the game is put the sphere through the hoop. But at some point, you'll go look at the NBA playoffs, and year after year after year, when you get to the Eastern Conference and Western Conference finals, you're going to find a commonality. Those teams are all really good at defense.
Big defense.
Yeah. And the team that wins it's usually good at both, but you're rarely ever going to find a team that is just woeful defensively that far in, no matter how great the skill players are.
Yeah.
So like that's why I always hated it. It's not that Bradley Beal, Kevin Durant, or Booker are bad players. It's just like you do need some defense, and they're also all a little bit kind of the same. So that being said, Brewington, final thoughts?
Final thoughts, man. Get some good rest, and for the next week until Saturday, I believe we're gonna be having some basketball in here. So
yeah,
enjoy it.
Well said. That's gonna do it for us. Enjoy the rest of your night, as Brewington said, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.